Hi y'all, it's Katie. Welcome back to From My Vanity. Today we're going to be talking about my makeup monthly reviews for January, and I don't have too many of them just because you guys know I had a baby, so I wasn't trying a whole lot of new products, but I was retrying a lot of old favorites, and I did try one or two new things, but I figured I would still get on here and share it with you and just give you a shorter video. So yeah, let's just dive right into the products that I tried during the month of January. Okay, so first up, how about we just go through Boxycharm. Now I got Boxycharm in December. I'll have the video linked up here, I think, but I am not going to be able to do a unboxing or a review video for that for this month. It's just too busy, too crazy. I'm not able to film it, so I figured I'd just review it here in this makeup monthly review for you guys. So first up, let's talk about the mascara that we got. This was, I would think I was the most excited for, is the Tarteist, Tarteist mascara. This is a really nice mascara. I'm wearing it on my lashes today. I think I did 2 coats. It applies really nicely, it separates really nicely, it works out the clumps nicely, but it does flake, and if you wear false lashes on top of it, it flakes really bad. Like, I did it one day and I could not believe how much fallout I was getting from the mascara on my eyes. It was ridiculous. But if you don't wear false lashes, it's not that bad. It's just pretty noticeable throughout the day, and I'm always just kind of wiping it away. But overall, it's really good, but I wouldn't repurchase just because of the flaking issue. And typically I don't mind flaking, but this just was a little more than typical. Then we had the Pretty Vulgar liquid lipstick. It's a metallic liquid lipstick. It's what's on my lips today. It's fine. It's not my favorite. It doesn't ever really dry down. Kind of reminds me of the Ofra liquid lipsticks in that they kind of dry down, but they really don't. I'm not crazy about the metallic finish. It's fun, but it's not something I reach for every day. Overall, I will keep this in my collection and use it from time to time in videos just for fun or whatever, but I don't really see myself wearing this out and about and whatnot, just because it's not my preference, and also it's not very flaky lip friendly. And this winter has been really hard on my lips, so there's been a lot of flaking issues. And yeah, I made it work for today, but not really the biggest fan of it. But overall, it's nice. I'm glad I got it in my Boxycharm, because I would never have purchased this on my own, would never spend full price on it, but I will continue to use it and keep it in my collection now that I have it. So it was just okay. Next we had the Crown brush. I think this was a blush brush. I don't know. Quality wise and like just presentation, it looks pretty cheapy, especially because I want to say this was like $12. So not like super cheap. Kind of like, I think e.l.f. like $6 brushes are, you know, more affordable. But anyway, so not super duper cheap for it to look so cheapy in the packaging, in my opinion. But it performs well, and it does really well with the blush palette that we got in here, more if you need a more dense application, and it also works really well for contouring. So I liked it. I would never purchase this. Once again, this is something I wouldn't purchase on my own, wouldn't have paid full price for, but since I do have it, I will keep it and continue to use it. So yeah, it was okay. Then let's go on to the RealHer Be Fearless, Be Limitless Blush Kit. Now, I want to say this had a really expensive price tag. I don't have it in front of me, but for the quality, the price is outrageous. I would never spend that much on it. It's nice, but they're very sheer. They work best with this type of brush because it's so dense. It really helps you pack on the color. But whenever I go in with this blush, I really feel like it only gives me a wash of like shimmer and really no color. This one applies some nice color, and this one gives just the faintest bit of like almost a bronzy, blushy, very neutral to the skin. So this is the best if you want color, and then these, you know, you can build them up and get, you know, this one you can build up and get some color. But this one, I just feel like all I ever see is shimmer, maybe a tinge of pink. So, I mean, I'll keep it. I'll keep playing with it, but I can definitely see myself decluttering this, not in the too distant future, and I would never have paid full price. So overall, you can get it to work, but it's just not my preference. So this was just okay slash kind of a fail for me. And what was most definitely a fail for me out of this box was the basic Beaute Basics Bronze Essentials. Very cheap packaging, just doesn't really look nice either. Like, it doesn't really look that expensive. But I want to say it was like a $50 price tag. It was something outrageous, and I just don't like it. These two on either end make me look very like orangey and just weird. It's just not a contour or a bronzer shade. This I did use, this middle shade I did use to contour a little bit with another bronzer my cheeks today, but it's really hard to get a brush just in there because it got these 2 shimmers, and it's like, I don't want a highlight in my contour area. Very weird. And then the highlighters, I put it on today. I feel like no color or shimmer sticks. It's just glitter. And if you kind of tilt your head, you can kind of see it. Like, I was sitting there swiping it on in the mirror. You can kind of get a glimpse of something, but I had to really build it up. And then, you know, just as I said, looking at it, it just felt like there was some sparkle, some sparkle on my cheeks, but no real color, no real shimmer, no real sheen, nothing like that. So all in all, huge dud, huge fail. Didn't like the packaging, would not recommend, and will definitely not be keeping this in my collection. So that's all from Boxycharm. Let's kind of keep going on to the other stuff that I tried this month. I do want to touch on this. This actually I have not tried in the month of January, but I continually kept forgetting to mention this in my makeup monthly reviews for like December and November. These are Makeup Geek eyeshadows, and I was trying them out throughout November and December, and I just kept forgetting to mention them in my makeup monthly review. So I do want to mention them and say that I really like the quality of these shadows. They're very nice. The mattes and the shimmers are beautiful, and for the price I think are reasonable. They're kind of, you know, right there. I think they're $1 more than ColourPop, and I think that they're nice, just like I think ColourPop's are. But they're foiled, they're gorgeous, they're beautiful, but they're expensive. They're like $10 a piece, so it's hard to recommend them because they're so pricey, because if you want to get like 5 foiled ones, you're already at $50, and that's like buying a high-end palette. So they're gorgeous, they're stunning. I love wearing them. I've worn them on a lot of looks in the past month or so. You know, if you ever look at my video description, I usually try to tag the eyeshadows that I use that day. They're gorgeous, but they're just pretty pricey. So this is definitely a favorite of mine. I really like the quality of the shadows, but these all up here, these were sent to me in PR, so I didn't have to pay for them. I did purchase this, I want to say last year, so I did, you know, buy some of them on my own. But in the future, I can see myself buying more of their like $6 eyeshadow pans. And if I really liked a foiled color that was unique and different from my collection, maybe I would buy it, but still, $10 is a little more pricier. But overall, great, nice quality, no complaints. I had to make sure I used a really good eyeshadow primer to make sure the foils didn't crease on me or fade or anything like that. But overall, this was a favorite, and I've been forgetting to mention it in my makeup monthly reviews, so finally I remembered. Okay, so I want to touch on the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. This is nothing new, but this is actually the palette that I chose to take with me to the hospital when I had my son Gideon. So this is what I used to do my makeup after I had him. I did not wear makeup when I had him. I should have clarified that in my video where I shared his birth story. Did not wear makeup when I had him, but afterwards, when we were checked into our room and whatnot, waiting to go home, I did do my makeup with this palette, and then just over the course of that week, I kept reaching for this. So I used this, I want to say, for a solid week, if not 2 weeks, and I like it. Going back to it, I realized I don't love it as much as I thought I did. Like when I was working on my my Best of Beauty for 2017, I put this on the list to add to it, and then that's one of the reasons I put it into my bag to take with me and use at the hospital, because I was like, oh, I think I really love that palette. Let me kind of get a refresher. And it wasn't as good as I remembered it. I don't know if it's just maybe getting old or whatever, but I feel like the shimmers were very dry and chalky. The mattes blended fine, but the shimmers just weren't as amazing as I remembered them. Now I have them on my eyes today. I used Bellini and Luscious. This shade right here, and then this shade, but I also have a base underneath to help them just stand out a bit more. But yeah, they just don't feel as like creamy and pigmented as I remember them. It's still, like I said, really nice. I do like the palette, but just not as good as I remembered it. So this wasn't like a super duper favorite, but it was an okay palette that I tried this past month. And yeah. Next up, I did want to touch on Huda Beauty liquid lipsticks. I've worn these a couple times, and I really do like them. They're very comfortable. They still keep that stick to them, like when they go on your lips, and if you put your lips together, you know, they still have that a little bit of a stick. Not bad, but I think that's what makes them so comfortable, because they're extremely comfortable, and then they just hold up so well. I can eat lunch, and if I'm careful, like I'm not being a slob, but if I'm careful, they look just the same after I finish eating. No butthole lips or anything like that. No wearing away funky, no flaking. So yeah, I'm a big fan of these, and I have 3 of them, 1 full size, and I want more. Next up, I want to talk about the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. And I've actually been wearing this as my primer for the entire month of January. And it's down to about half of it. And I think I just said this was okay, but this kind of became a favorite for me this month. And I think maybe it's because with the winter, my skin is just so dry, and with having a baby and all those changes of hormones, it's just been super duper dry. And many mornings I'm in just such a hurry. I can wash my face, do a little toner, and then I just go to my makeup table and put on some of this and call it a day and maybe put on makeup later. But overall, I've grown to like this. Now, would I repurchase that? I don't know. I'm gonna kind of finish using it and then make my decision. But this, I definitely like a lot more than the first time I featured it in a Makeup Monthly review, which I thought said something, so that's why I wanted to mention it. But yeah, I think because my skin is so dry, I can use just this as my only primer underneath my makeup, and I don't notice my oils peeking through or breaking down my makeup throughout the day, so it does enough. So this might become my like go-to winter, primer from now on. But yeah, this winter I've really been loving it, so I had to give it another shout out and just let you know that I do really like this. And then last up is the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. I've been trying this for a good solid 2 weeks. At this time when I'm recording this, I've tried every single shade in this palette on my eyes and have done a look with it, and it's just phenomenal. It smells like chocolate, which is so awesome. I love that about these palettes, but the shimmers, metallics, whatever you want to call them in here are fantastic quality. They do not need a setting spray or a base to make them look amazing. I'm going to be posting a review on this with live eye swatches, and you guys are going to see I don't have any kind of primer on my eyes when I do the live eye swatches, and they show up so well. I am just so impressed. The mattes in here are nice. They're not like my favorite, but they work very well. If I just wanted to take this and go, to be able to, go on a weekend trip and want to have a lot of fun looks, I can make these mattes work. They're just not my favorite. But yeah, there's going to be a lot more information coming in the full review. Hopefully I'm going to be able to get that up in the next couple of weeks. I do have to use some type of glitter glue underneath this, because if I don't, I will get fallout throughout the day. But with the glitter glue, I have absolutely zero fallout on my face throughout the day, so I think that's phenomenal, and I'm totally fine taking that one extra step. But yes, I am so in love with this, and I can't wait to share the live eye swatches with you guys, and yeah, it's phenomenal. And that wraps up my Makeup Monthly review. I told you guys it was going to be super short and super sweet. I hope I didn't forget anything, but yeah, like I said, I didn't try too many new products, and not too much stood out to me this past month because, not gonna lie, my attention has been focused elsewhere. But yeah, I did want to share that with you guys real quick and just share with you my Makeup Monthly review, because it felt so weird to skip a month. So I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely let me know down below if any of these products you have similar feelings about. Did you guys get the Chocolate Gold palette? I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. And yeah, I think that about wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.